So today let us wait for some minutes to join others. After that we will start the class. Am I audible? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
voice is too low, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are just waiting for 1 and 2 minutes to join others. After that we will start our class. Today we will start the moment of inertia. Moment of inertia will be started today. So we are start. Is my screen is visible to all of you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Am I audible to all of you?
Sir,
Yes. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. हाँ बोलिए अभी क्लास है थोड़ा बाद में हम फोन कर रहे हैं क्लास है बाद में हम फोन कर रहे हैं क्लास क्लास है ठीक है बाद में फोन करते हैं Is my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, today we will go for the moment of inertia. Look at here, the definition is given. Moment of inertia of a system of particles is let m1 m2 dot dot mn be the masses of a system of particle and r1 r2 r3 dot dot be the respective distance from the given line. Then summation of m r square, that is m1 r square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square plus dot dot is called the moment of inertia of the system of the particle about the given line G. Here G is the given line. It is denoted by mi or simply by I. So mi about the line G is obviously for moment of inertia it will be about any line. Here we are taking a line G. So about the line G, moment of inertia should be summation of m r square, where m are the masses and r are the distances. Now physical interpretation of the moment of inertia. Let us two circular plates of same weights of the end of the rod. This is given to you. Now we are going for that radius of the moment of inertia continuous distribution mass. Moment of inertia of a continuous distribution of mass. When system is in the continuous distribution of mass, like a body in the form of the lamina or solid, then moment of inertia of the body about the line G is integration r square dm. When it is the continuous distribution. When it is discrete distribution, then we are taking that moment of inertia as summation. When it is continuous distribution, this summation is coming into the integration sign. Line G is integration r square dm, where delta m is the small elementary mass of the body at the distance r from G. R depends upon m and limits of the integration are such as to cover the whole body. So we have to take the limit of the integration such as it will be covered whole body of the system. So let us go for the plane. Plane means it is the 2D x and y. So we are taking one part p equal to xy. Here dx is the small length in the horizontal way and dy is the small length into the vertical way. So it will be given a rectangle shape. R is the rectangle shape. When the body in a plane lamina we take the elementary mass of an initial regular side delta x and delta y, then delta m equal to rho into delta x delta y. Rho is the density in the point P of x y, where rho equal to rho x y in the density of the material of the lamina. Rho is the density of the material. Then mi of the lamina about the x axis. Here we are taking mi means the moment of inertia of this lamina about x axis, ix equal to double integration r rho y square dx dy. As we are taking that into according to the dx, so it is coming that y square dx dy, where r is the bounded region of the plane lamina. Similarly mi about the y axis, then it will be dx dy rho x square. When it is coming in the about the x axis, then it will be coming rho y square. When we are taking the moment of inertia about the y axis, then it is rho x square, density into area, then dx dy. These are the double integration, but this double integration yet not given into your syllabus. It is in your second semester syllabus. So here some theorem. Theorem is not such as important, so we are left for this. Actually, moment of inertia of a plane about the z axis. Z axis means this one. If we take that ox, oy, oz, they are mutually perpendicular for the solid, then iz equal to ix plus iy. That is in double integration m rho into x square plus y square dx dy. For ix, that is rho x square dx dy. For iy equal to rho y square dx dy. So at a time iz equal to rho ix plus iy. So that is double integration m rho into x square plus y square dx dy. Now moment of inertia of a solid body. When a body is solid, it was given for a plane. When the body is a solid, we take the elementary mass at P. We are taking P at x, y, z as dm equal to rho into delta x, delta y, delta z, where rho is the density of the material of the body, mass per unit volume. Then moment of inertia of the solid body about x axis, ix equal to triple integration r y square plus z square rho dx dy dz. When about x axis, then x is missing here, y square plus z square into rho dx dy dz. So about y axis, y should be missing, it will be x square plus z square rho dx dy dz, it is given here. And about z axis, z should be missing, then triple integration r x square plus y square rho dx dy dz, that is given here. Moment of inertia of the solid body about a line is I equal to triple integration r square rho dx dy dz, where r is the distance from the point x, y, z to the line. So this moment of inertia should be calculated from a given line. Now we are taking some examples here. Among the following examples, these are solved without using the double or triple integration. Because of that, here double and triple integration are not in your syllabus, so we cannot use this double or triple integral. So we are taking this kind of thing. Here the moment of inertia of a rod. Find the moment of inertia and the radius of gravitation of a thin uniform rod of mass m and length 2a about an axis perpendicular to the rod and its center. So here we are taking the rod x equal to minus a and x equal to plus a about the x axis, and y axis should be perpendicular to this. So the rod is continuous distribution of mass. As it is continuous distribution of the mass, so we can find out the integration. As it is continuous distribution, it is not the discrete distribution. If it is discrete, then we have to use the summation notation. As it is the continuous distribution of mass, so we are using the integration. We consider the x-axis along the rod and y-axis perpendicular to it passes through the center O. O is the center of the rod. Also, let us consider an initial element of the length delta x at a distance x, delta x at a distance x from O, whose mass is m by 2a into delta x. Mass is taken as m by 2a into delta x. The moment of inertia of this element about y-axis is equal to mass into area, that is m by 2a into delta x into x square. So the required moment of inertia is given by integration here. Look at here, total length of rod is 2a, 1 is taken as here minus a, here minus a. So the integration limit should be minus a to plus a. Here x square is the area, so x square into the density, that is m by 2a into delta x is coming here at dx. So m by 2a is the constant, so it is coming out of the integration. The integration of x square is x cube by 3. The limit is minus a to plus a, then it is coming that 2a cube by 3. So after multiplication it will be coming that m square by 3. Hence the radius of the gyration k is given by mk square. Radius of gyration is mk square, right? So mk square equal to m square by 3, that is the moment of inertia. So mm cut k square and k, we got that radius of gyration k equal to a by root 3, where 2a is the length of the given rod. So radius of gyration is mk square. It is equal to the moment of inertia, right? Radius of gyration is mk square, and which is equal to the moment of inertia. So mk square equal to mk square by 3. For where we got the value of k equal to a by root 3.
सर रेडियस ऑफ डायरेक्शन क्या है?
Is it understood? If not, please say me where you do not understood.
सर रेडियस ऑफ डायरेक्शन क्या है?
हाँ,
रेडियस ऑफ डायरेक्शन क्या है सर?
radius of gyration. If m be the total mass of the system, total mass of the system is capital M, of particle of masses m1, m2, m3, etc. Then moment of inertia of the system can be expressed as mk square, where k is called the radius of gyration. This k is called the radius of gyration of the system about the given line. कोई एक्चुअली कोई लाइन के अंदर में जो डिस्टेंस है वो जो r है, जो डिस्टेंस लाइन से वो पार्टिकल का डिस्टेंस r है, वो r कोई r लेके अगर हम लोग एक सर्कल ड्रॉ करेंगे, वो r जो है that is r is called the radiation of gyration and it is generally denoted by k. ठीक है? So this is denoted by k. So summation of m r square instead of r, if we put k, then it is the radiation of radius of gyration. K is called the radius of gyration. Actually moment of inertia.
सर एक एग्जांपल के थ्रू समझाइए ना सर.
हाँ,
एक एग्जांपल के थ्रू समझाइए ना सर, ऐसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ सर, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर.
स्टार्टिंग से बताइए ना सर.
ठीक है, दिखाते हैं. We are taking some example.
सर कुछ हिंदी में बोलिए सर.
में नहीं आ रहा सर.
हाँ,
स्टार्टिंग से समझ में नहीं आ रहा सर.
moment of inertia, have you don't have any idea about the moment of inertia? In your 12 physics there was a chapter for moment of inertia, na? How to find out I omega square, omega equal to I. Now we are taking another example. Look at that. Moment of inertia of rectangular lamina. Lamina means any kind of the car, rectangular shape. Find the moment of inertia of a thin uniform rectangular lamina. Thin uniform. Thin means there is very thickness is very low, and rectangular lamina, and it is uniform, that means it is continuous, of adjacent sides of length 2a and 2b. Both sides, adjacent sides are, one is length as 2a, another is length as 2b, and of mass m. Total mass of the rectangular lamina is m. About an x-axis, we have to find out the moment of inertia about an axis of symmetry through its center. About an axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry means if we take an axis to this lamina, rectangular lamina, if we divide by this line, then both of the sides, right side and left side, will be the same. That is called the symmetry through its center, if we take that center. So we have to find out the moment of inertia of a thin uniform rectangular lamina of adjacent sides of length 2a and 2b. Both sides are given the length as 2a and 2b, as it is the rectangular, a and b are not equal, and total mass of this equal to m. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia about any symmetric axis through its center. So as the rectangular shape, so look at here, let A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, this is a rectangular shape, right? It is taken as x-axis and y-axis. It is given as PQ. PQ, we are taking that small length of PQ, this is 1, y equal to, actually total DA, DA equal to 2B and AB equal to 2A. So here from y-axis to A, that length is B. And here from here to OY, that is the length of A. Let us consider that let ABCD be a rectangular lamina where AD is equal to 2B and AP equal to 2A. AB, this is equal to two adjacent sides where given that 2A and 2B. So AB equal to 2B and AD equal to 2A. About the OX and Y be the axis of the symmetry through its center O. As it is the rectangular, this must have a center. So from this center we are taking two axes. One is y axis, another is x axis. So about this x axis and y axis, so as we have taken here, this is equal to rectangular lamina, x-axis and y-axis meet at the center of the rectangular lamina, and it makes the four symmetric part. 1, 2, 3, 4, four symmetric part. Here y equal to b, here y equal to minus b. In this point y equal to minus b, in this point y equal to b. Now distribution of the mass, total mass is given m. Let us consider a thin strip PQ. Here we are taking a thin strip PQ. We are considering this parallel to x-axis of breadth delta x. This is breadth is delta x and total length is 2b. We know that total length is 2a. According to the x-axis, total length is 2a, and according to the b-axis, y-axis, total length is 2b. So let us consider the thin strip PQ parallel to x-axis of breadth delta x, length 2a, at a distance y from the x-axis. Total distance from the x-axis is given y. So we are taking a small strip PQ whose breadth is delta x, and it is distance from y-axis, x-axis at y. Then mass of this thing is 2a into delta y m by 4ab. 4ab means why it is 4ab? Total area of this rectangle as 2a and 2b are given. So length into breadth, that is 2a into 2b, that is 4ab. So mass by area, that is the density. and here 2a into delta y was the strip. Total length of PQ is 2a and delta y is the length of breadth of this strip. So area of this 2a into delta y and m by 4ab is the rho, that means density. M is the total mass and total area is 4ab, so m by 4ab. Since m is the mass of the lamina, so the moment of inertia strip PQ about x axis is, when we are taking about x axis, then it is 2a m by 4ab into y square delta y. When we this mass of the given rectangular lamina, it is uniform, that means it is continuous. Uniform means continuous, so we can make it into the integration. As it is the continuous mass, not discrete, so we can make it the summation as integration. So strip PQ about x axis is 2a into m by 4ab dot y square delta y. When we are taking this integration from minus a to plus a or minus b to plus b according to the line of inertia. So about x axis we are taking this, we have to about x axis it is minus a to plus a integration. Sorry, minus, here it is minus b to plus b about x axis. Moment of x axis is given following this. Look at here. About x axis ix, minus b to plus b 2a m by 4ab into y square. This delta y, when we are taking the integration, delta y will be coming as dy. Look at here. About x axis total area is 2a, is the length of the strip, delta y is the breadth of the strip, and m by 4ab is the density. About x axis it is coming y square, so ix equal to about y axis it is minus b2 plus b, so about y axis it is minus b2 plus b. Length of the integration, that is the minus b2 plus b. So we are taking that ix equal to integration minus b2 plus b 2a m by 4ab y square dy. Now this a cut, 4 and 2 cut, so it is m by 2b. M by 2b is the constant, it is coming out of the integration. M by 2b integration minus b2 plus b y square dy. Y square dy means y cube by 3, so it will be coming b cube by 3 plus b cube by 3, that is 2b cube by 3. 2b cube by 3 and m by 2b, after cutting this it will be coming mb square by 3. It is about. Similarly about y axis iy, it is equal to m a square by 3. So it will be given for your lamina about which axis. In our question here it is given that in our question there was no mention about an axis of symmetry. Here both of the axes x and y, both are the axis of symmetry, so we have to find out the moment of inertia about x axis and moment of inertia about y axis. So we have done here for moment of inertia about x axis and about y axis. Here not mentioned that about x axis or y axis, they have told us to find out the about moment of inertia about axis of symmetry. Here both of the axes are axis of symmetry, so we have to find out that ix and iy also. Now we are going for the elliptic lamina, that means ellipse. We know that the general equation of ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 about its major axis, major and minor both axes respectively. So this ellipse means center at 0 0, 2a as major axis, 2b as minor axis, right? Hence find the respectively, hence find the moment of inertia about a line passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane of the ellipse. So we have to find out the moment of inertia about a line which is passing through the center of ellipse and perpendicular to the plane of the ellipse. Area of the ellipse lamina y x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 is pi ab, isn't it? For circle we know that pi r square, because of that in our circle a equal to b. So for the area of the ellipse will be pi ab. From the mensuration we know that area of the ellipse is pi ab. Let us consider a thin strip PQ parallel to x axis of length 2x and breadth delta y at a distance y from the x axis. Then mass of this strip is 2x is the length, delta y is the
हेलो
breadth.
सर.
हाँ बोलो.
सर इमेज क्लियर नहीं है सर.
दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है?
नहीं सर, क्लियर नहीं है, ब्लर पूरा दिख रहा है.
Look at here, this is the ellipse, center at 0 0. So we are taking the x axis and y axis as it is the center. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia about one straight line which is through this origin, that is through the center of the ellipse and perpendicular to this plane. Actually it will be given that perpendicular at the point O. So if we take PQ one strip whose total length is 2x and breadth is delta y, then area of this strip is 2x into delta y, that is given here. PQ parallel to x axis of length 2x and breadth delta y at a distance y from x axis. This distance is y from x axis. Then the mass of the strip is 2x into delta y, that is area. 2x is the length and delta y is the breadth, into m by pi ab, that is the value of rho actually. Rho means the density of the ellipse. Total mass of the ellipse is given capital M and total area of the ellipse is pi ab. So mass by area, that is the density. So 2x into delta y into rho, rho means m by pi ab, where m is the mass of the lamina. So from here we can write down 2 into a by b root over b square minus a square delta y into m by pi ab, which is this b square minus y square, that means the value of x. Value of x, we are find the value of x from the equation of our ellipse. Equation of our ellipse was x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. So from there we got the value of x as a by b root over b square minus a square. We just put the value of x here. So it is coming that this a and a cut, that is 2m by pi b square root over b square minus y square delta y. So moment of inertia of the strip is 2m by pi b square root over this into y square about the x axis. This part will be multiplied by y square as we are taking about the x axis. So hence moment of inertia of the whole lamina about x axis, that is major axis, is given by Ix equal to 2m by pi b square integration minus b2 plus b for the minor axis. About the y we are taking the limit of the integration, that is minus b2 plus b y square root over b square minus y square dy. 2m by b square is the constant.
सर लेमिना क्या होता है?
हाँ,
सर लेमिना क्या होता है?
लेमिना कॉनिक को कहता है, एनी कॉनिक को लेमिना कहता है.
ठीक.
ठीक है. Conic means circle, ellipse, anything is like the conic. Here they have told that conic as lamina. ठीक है.
Yes sir.
Now here we are putting that y equal to b sin theta, then it is b square sin square theta, then taking b square from here 1 minus sin square theta, then cos square theta, that means b cos theta coming from here, and dy will be b cos theta d theta. then cos theta into b cos theta d theta is equal to this, and y square means sin square theta. From here one b cos theta will be coming, that b, and here another b, this b square and this b square will be cut, so 2mb by this, so it is coming this. So here just making the integration, as we are taking that y equal to b sin theta. So when y equal to minus b, then sin theta equal to, sorry, when y equal to b, then sin theta 1, so theta equal to pi by 2. When y equal to minus b, then sin theta equal to 0. So limit is changed in the part of theta, it is coming like that. So it is the simple integration is done here. After that it is coming that 1 by 4 mb square. It is for x axis. When we are taking about the y axis, it will be coming 1 by 4 m a square. 1 by 4 m a square. So the moment of inertia of the elliptic lamina about the line passing through its center and perpendicular to the plane of lamina, it is ix plus iy, that is 1 by 4 mb square plus 1 by 4 m square. Then we are taking common 1 by 4 m, then it is a square plus b square. So this is the required solution. Because of that, here it is told that we have to find out the mi for straight line which is perpendicular to the plane of the ellipse. So straight line which is perpendicular to the both of the ix and iy, it will be cut at ix and iy. So we are adding these two. Now if it is circular disc, for the circle, if we take that, find the moment of inertia of a thin circular disc of radius a and mass m about any one of its distance, hence find the moment of inertia about the line passing through its center and perpendicular to the disc. In fact, it follows from the previous example. In previous example, if we put a equal to b, one ellipse will be a circle if the major and minor axes are the same, no? If major and minor axes are the same, then ellipse is converted into the circle. So we are just putting a equal to b. Then we got 1 by 4 m square for about x axis and this 1 by 4 m square about y axis. So if we add these two, then it will be m square by 2. Now it is for a cone. Do you have idea about the cone? Already you have done it in the class 10 syllabus. What is the cone and how to measure the curvature as well as the radius, height. These are given.
सर
बोलो.
हेलो सर, आपका आवाज सर क्लियर नहीं आ रहा है सर, कुछ समझ में नहीं. हेलो
हाँ बोलो.
सर, आपका आवाज सर क्लियर नहीं आ रहा है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर.
देखते देखो. So here we have to find out the moment of inertia of a cone. अभी आ रहा है ठीक से?
नहीं सर, बजिंग साउंड आ रहा है सर, घर घर करके कुछ आवाज आ रहा है पीछे से, उससे आपका आवाज पता ही नहीं चल रहा उससे आगे.
This noise coming from the SMPS fan of laptop. Obtain the moment of inertia of a solid circular cone of mass m, height h and semi-vertical angle alpha about axis. Semi-vertical angle is given as alpha, h is the given height, semi-height is h, total height is 2h and total mass of this cone is equal to m. Let a be the radius of the cone. We are taking that a equal to radius of the cone. Then the volume of cone 1/3 pi r square h. We know that the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h. 1/3 pi r square is the area into height, that is 1/3 pi r square h. Also let OX be the axis of the cone. We are taking OX is the axis of the cone, which is taken as x-axis. Now consider an elementary disk PQ. We are taking an elementary disk, this PQ, of thickness delta x at a distance x. This distance is x from the center, from the origin. Then its radius is x tan alpha. This radius, if this distance is x, then radius will be x tan alpha. From the trigonometry we got it. So the mass of this thin disk is pi r square into delta x. Pi r square, r means the x tan alpha, that whole square into delta x, and there is mass is m and volume is 1/3 pi r square each. So mass by volume, that is the rho. After calculation it will be coming 3m tan square alpha a square h by x square delta x. Now the radius of the disk is equal to x tan alpha. Therefore mi of this disk about the OX, half into, here half is taken, that half, because of that about x axis upper half will be coming, so we are taking that half of this cone. So that half is coming, half into 3m tan square alpha a square h into x square delta x into radius square. Radius is x tan alpha whole square. Axis through its center perpendicular to its plane is half m, that is 3/2 is x to the power 4. Here x square x to the power 4 tan square alpha. Here is tan square alpha, that is 10 to the power 4 alpha. 3m half is here. Now look at here. Here h equal to 0, here h equal to h. So about x axis we are taking the 0 to h. This is the range of our integration. 0 to h is this.
ये लग रहा है अभी धोई है तो झाड़ रहे किसी का पड़ गया.
Same thing is done here by the. So from this all these example, it is very much clear that at first we have to find out that the mass is given, then we have to either area or volume, then mass by area will be coming rho, then mass by volume will be also coming rho, then it is pi r square, that is the area into rho, and we have to take small thin strip whose length is given, and we are taking either delta y or delta x about to x axis, about y axis. Then we have to take the limit of the integration, and all those cases it is given as, the uniform mass, that means continuous mass, otherwise we cannot perform the integration. If we have to perform the integration, then it must be the continuous mass, otherwise we have to take the discrete part, that will be coming into the summation part. So for integration, in each and every cases it will be given that mass is continuous or mass is uniform, otherwise